Namaste, dear friends, my dear brothers and sisters of Bharat and the digital world. I am Acharya Sunil Chaudhary, India's only digital success coach with full support. Today, I am not here to talk about funnels, marketing, or algorithms. Today, I am here to talk about truth, a truth that many of you feel in your hearts but are afraid to speak, a truth that touches not just the digital world but the very soul of Dharma itself. Satyam vad dharmam chara. Speak the truth, walk the path of Dharma. I have deep respect for every teacher who helps people grow. And yes, I learned many things from Siddharth Rashekar, the founder of Internet Lifestyle Hub. But today, as a Sanatani, as a teacher, and as a son of Bharat Mata, I must speak what my conscience tells me. Because when those who speak of sanskars start forgetting sanskars, then silence itself becomes adharma. So let's talk about it openly, respectfully, and truthfully. This is not an attack, this is awakening. Because Bharat does not need more influencers. Bharat needs integrators, those who walk with dharma. So, welcome to this Tandav of truth, where we separate light from noise and dharma from drama. Before I say anything further, I want to begin with respect because gratitude is part of my sanskars. Yes, I, Guruji Sunil Chaudhary, have learned a lot from Siddharth Rashekar. His clarity about systems, his structure, his discipline, all that has inspired thousands in India's digital ecosystem. Even I say openly, I applied many of his teachings in my early journey. And let me be clear, learning from someone is not wrong. Respecting someone for their good work is also not wrong. That is how the world of growth works. We learn, we evolve, and we give back. But there is a deeper truth too. When someone positions himself as a teacher of sanskar, of integrity, of conscious wealth, then every action, every collaboration, every association becomes a reflection of that same dharma. Yad yada charat shrestah tat tadevo taro jana. Whatever a leader does, people follow. When you have lakhs of followers calling you guru, your choices don't stay personal anymore. They become public examples. So when I saw the man who talks about sanskars inviting someone who had publicly disrespected the most sacred relationship, mata or pita, I felt a deep pain inside. It was not jealousy, it was not rivalry, it was disappointment. As a teacher, as a Sanatani, and as a son of Bharat. Because respect without truth becomes blindness, and dharma without courage becomes a decoration. Respect does not mean silence. After every sunrise of inspiration, there comes a shadow of realization. For me, that shadow began when I started noticing a pattern of greed disguised as growth. In webinars, in Facebook ads, the emotion shifted from contribution to temptation, from serve and grow to sell and show. He started telling people which platforms were best. First, Teachable was the holy grail. Then another platform became the next big thing. Thousands of innocent learners trusted him. They bought those tools, shifted their systems, followed his word. And yes, he earned crores in this process. I don't condemn earning, but I do question misleading. Asatyena jayate dharmaha. Dharma cannot exist without truth. When you teach business with truth, it becomes seva. And Siddharth Rashekar talked about seva. But when you teach business with manipulation, it becomes maya. A real teacher does not play with the trust. Because in Sanatan culture, even one misused word is pap, a sin of the tongue. And that is where the first crack appeared, when growth became greed and integrity became a tool of sales. When sanskar becomes sales strategy, the soul leaves the system. This is where your calm truth turns into righteous conviction, the Tandav of conscience. Your tone is heartfelt, steady. And then, my friends, came the moment that truly broke my heart. The moment that separated inspiration from illusion. Siddharth Rajshekar, the man who spoke about sanskar, integrity, and Indian values, invited beer biceps Ranveer Lahabadia into his own program. The man who only a few months ago made a vulgar and indecent remark about parents on a live show. The same man whose words brought national shame, court cases, and a forced apology. We all make mistakes, yes, but when the mistake insults Mata Pita, it strikes at the root of Bharatiya Sanskriti. Mata Pita Guru Devam. Parents and teachers are divine. Our civilization begins with that line. It is the foundation of every dharma, every gurukul, every coaching system. When you invite someone who mocked that sanctity, you are not building a conscious community. You are desecrating the altar of consciousness. It felt like watching a temple priest hand over the deepak to the same person who had just blown out the flame. My respect turned into reflection. I asked myself, if sanskars can be compromised for reach, then what exactly are we teaching the next generation of digital coaches? This is not about hate, it's about responsibility. Because when you talk of digital dharma but act with digital drama, you confuse a whole generation that wants to believe in values. Dharmo rakshati rakshitah. Those who protect dharma are protected by dharma. And when dharma is not protected by those who teach it, it becomes the duty of others like you and me to speak. Forgiveness is sacred, but endorsement without repentance is sin. Now let's rise above names and look at the principle, because this is not just about one man or one collaboration. This is about the difference between digital dharma and digital drama. Digital dharma is not about how many followers you have, it's about how many hearts you keep pure. It's not about funnels and figures, it's about truth and trust. Digital dharma is when your business uplifts society. Digital drama is when your business manipulates society. When integrity becomes an inconvenience, when success becomes a justification, when dharma becomes decoration, and that's when digital dharma dies and digital drama takes birth. Yad yada charati sreshtah tat tadeva taro janah. Whatever a leader does, others follow. When a leader chooses shortcuts, followers learn manipulation. When a leader compromises sanskars, students compromise their souls. And the saddest part, my friends, is that many young coaches now believe this is normal. They think dharma is for posts, not practice. They think values are for speeches, not systems. And this is why I speak not to accuse, but to awaken. Because dharma needs protectors, not performers. Digital Bharat does not need more influencers. Digital Bharat needs integrators, those who unite business with bhakti, wealth with wisdom, and success with sanskars. And that, my dear friends, is the line between dharma and drama. One builds civilizations and other sells illusions. And now, let's call this what it truly is: hypocrisy. You cannot talk about sanskars on one stage and promote the insult of sanskars on another. You cannot sell the idea of conscious wealth and yet collaborate with someone who publicly disrespected parents, the very foundation of consciousness. If you speak of dharma in your morning webinar and chase adharma by evening for views, then what are you teaching the youth of Bharat? But if you betray dharma for digital glamour, even the universe steps back from protecting you. Hypocrisy is not just lying to others, it is lying to your own soul. And sadly, that is what many modern gurus have started doing, turning sacred knowledge into a sales script. Our Bharat does not need that kind of leadership. Bharat needs truth, not tactics. Integrity is not a marketing word, it is a way of living. A guru is not measured by income, but by the impact of his character. Hypocrisy is the enemy of dharma. If you preach values, live them. If you speak of dharma, walk it. Because Bharat is watching, and so is your own soul. My purpose in saying all this, my dear brothers and sisters and friends, is not to create hate. It is to create awareness. I don't want you to cancel anyone. I want you to consciously learn from everyone and still never lose the power of your own inner compass. Yes, I have learned from Siddharth Rashekar, but I have also learned from his mistakes. Because a wise person learns from books, a smarter person learns from teachers, but the wisest person learns from the life itself. So become an observer. Satyam param dhimahi. Let us meditate upon the ultimate truth. So my message to every student, every coach, every creator in Digital Bharat is simple. Build your business with honesty. Build your influence with integrity. Build your empire with sanskars. Don't follow people blindly, follow principles courageously. Because the real digital empire is not made of funnels, pixels, or paid ads. It is made of faith, purity, and persistence. Dharma ev hato hanti, dharmo rakshati rakshitah. When dharma is destroyed, it destroys. When dharma is protected, it protects. So it is your duty to protect dharma, and dharma will protect your destiny. The time has come for India's coaches and creators to build not just brands but legacies. Legacies that our children will look at and say, these were the people who built Digital Bharat with values, not vanity. My dear friends, this is not just another video. This is the Tandav of truth, a dance between light and darkness, between dharma and drama. Influence without integrity is manipulation. Leadership without dharma is illusion, and dharma without courage is just decoration. So let us choose courage. Let us choose truth. Let us walk the path of digital dharma. Because when we protect dharma, dharma protects us in business, in relationships, and destiny. Let us create a new generation of creators who are not just rich in money, but rich in morals, who build empires not of greed, but of gratitude. This is my message to you, from one teacher to another, from one seeker to another. Rise, lead, and live with Dharma. Jaitu Bharatam, Jaitu Sanatanam. I would. इसकी टांग क्या बोलते हैं? हम्म, हम्म, सही है भाई. वी आर लाइव बट इट इज शोइंग इट इज नॉट लाइव. तो दोस्तों धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत कमेंट्स का स्वागत है आपके. थैंक यू वेरी मच. हैव अ नाइस टाइम. May God bless you. Jai Sanatan. Vande Mataram.